Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. We're about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in New Mexico in the United States. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer. I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we're connecting with those light beings and inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and to activate the positive qualities that they can help us with inside us and also in our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the Vedic chart, and I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little chalkboard on a side table, which is where I'll do the actual puja. To do the puja, I'm using some water, a lit tea light, a bell, an incense stick, a little raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I start with using some water, dipping my right fingers into that, and sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space for the puja, sprinkling some water on top of me to symbolically purify me, and sending some water into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, everyone has been symbolically purified for the puja. To start the puja, I'm going to start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam. I ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Next, we're going to honor the archetypes of the various time Shaktis that are active at the moment. Today is Tuesday in my area, which is ruled by Mars. I'm going to put the flower petals on Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in the star of Anuradha, a star of abundance. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my area, we are in the 11th waning moon, called Ekadasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Om Ekadasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my location, that is the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we're going to honor the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would just say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Ganda, which has energies that can sometimes be troublesome. Ganda, Ganda, Ganda. And the karana that's active right now is one called Bhava, which has energies of creativity. Bhava, Bhava, Bhava. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. At the moment, the ascendant is in the sign, represented here with the letters AC, in the sign of Makara, or Capricorn. We start with honoring the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. Saturn has moved out of Capricorn and into Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Saturn because he's ruling the ascendant. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant sign in Capricorn, we're going to honor the planets that are in Capricorn today, the Sun, Pluto, and Venus. The Sun and Pluto are both in the same star, so we're going to honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Pluto for being in Capricorn. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Now, we honor the star that both the Sun and Pluto are in. This is a star called Uttara Ashada, and this is a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals across the Sun and Pluto. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Now, we honor the archetype that rules Uttarashada star. This is the 10 Visvadevas, 10 light beings who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals across the sun and Pluto, and we ask for blessings from all 10 of these archetypes. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Uttarashada star, which is the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor Venus for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. Sometimes artists portray them as standing in a circle, holding hands. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the Dhanishta star, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. We already invoked Saturn at the beginning of this one because he was the one that is ruling the ascendant. Okay, so we pause for a moment and we reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing the sun, which is our soul, and a planet important for health and self-esteem. Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science. And Venus, a planet that can help with the arts, with beauty, and with enjoyment of material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign going in a clockwise direction around the chart that has a planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn and also Neptune. Saturn has just recently transited into Aquarius, so this is a momentous day. This is an important transit for all of us. He doesn't change signs frequently. We start with honoring Saturn. I put the flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in the star Dhanishta. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta's star is ruled by the 8 Vasus. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. The Nishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for work, charity, and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for his blessings, and I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Purva Bhadrapada star, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put more flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the zodiac sign that is the most humanitarian and service-oriented, today containing Saturn, planet of structure, patience, and compassion, and Neptune, a planet that helps with intuition and understanding our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurabundya, an archetype who can help guard treasures and valuables. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Om Arbundyaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the zodiac sign that is the most transcendental, the most metaphysical. Today, containing Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teachings. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Misha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and Uranus, who is retrograde. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so we will honor both of them before we invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Uranus, who is retrograde and extra powerful. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Both Rahu and Uranus are in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign with very active energies. Today, containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to make friends with new technologies, and Uranus, a planet that can help with higher intelligence, success in life, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in the star called Rohini, a star of prosperity and abundance, a star of creativity, and a star of beauty. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. The consort of Brahma is Saraswati. We honor Brahma, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies, today containing Mars, a planet that has the energies of both the warrior and the healer. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. This is a star that has energies of independence. Dr. Pillai says this star can give divine blessings. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, an archetype who rules the wind and the air element. Vayu is also the father of Hanuman. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishika or Scorpio, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Anuradha. This is a star that can give blessings for prosperity and friendship. This happens to be the birth star of Lakshmi and also the birth star of Vishvamitra, both of whom are associated with the sounds Shrim Brazi. While the moon is in Shrim Brazi today is a good time for chanting Shrim Brazi, asking for blessings for prosperity and money for yourself and for others. Shrim Brazi is also a sound that helps with health. As Dr. Pillai has said, health is wealth. So that's also a form of wealth. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Om Anuradhaye Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Mitra, a form of the sun that embodies universal friendship. The sun gives his light freely to everyone. Whether you're a king or a beggar or a sinner or a saint, you step outside, everyone gets the same amount of sunlight. So Mitra is the form of the sun that especially embodies this energy of friendship. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Mitrahe Namaha. Om Mitrahe Namaha. Om Mitrahe Namaha. Anuradha star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Scorpio, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishika, or Scorpio, the most occult of all of the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. The moon also helps us to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Dhanus, or Sagittarius, which today contains Mercury. We honor Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury right now is retrograde and extra powerful. Mercury is in a star called Purva Ashada, a star that can help us to discern what's right for us, what's wrong for us. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Apis, a goddess who's a deified form of water. She can give blessings for purification. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Dhanus, or Sagittarius, the most idealistic and noble-minded of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mercury, a planet that can help with communication, business, and sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard that has the chalkboard chart and the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle the tea light above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the element of air and a sweet fragrance, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I take a little bell to offer the element of sound. And now I take a little raisin to represent the earth element, and I pass that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later in the day, I'll eat the little raisin as a kind of prasad or blessed food. Now, I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and into the lives of our families, our friends, our colleagues, our neighbors, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for about a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. If you have questions, you're welcome to post them in the chat, and I will do my best to try to answer them. Today, the big news was Saturn has moved into Aquarius. And Saturn is a planet that cares about compassion and service. And with him sitting in Aquarius, a sign he rules, and also a sign associated with compassion, humanitarian service, it may be a time where we all could give some deeper thought to ways to be helpful to others, to be of service, to be aligned with this energy that Saturn will be transmitting to the world. I see Catherine saying, may everyone have a smooth Saturn transit. Yes. Saturn will be also sitting in what is the 11th house of the natural zodiac. The natural zodiac starts with Aries, and so Aquarius would be the natural 11th house. And that's a house that has to do with profit and gains and ability to manifest desires. And Saturn being a planet of structure, longevity, perseverance, he could help us with making projects that have some service aspect to them, to be long lasting, to be well structured, that type of thing. So Saturn is a planet that can give many, many positive blessings. While he does have a job to do of activating some of our karmic lessons, we are the ones who created the negative karma in the first place. When we clean up our karma and we become more aligned with the idea of being of service to others, get out of bed thinking, how can I help other people today? Saturn can put a lot more positive blessings into our lives. So he can become a great teacher and a great friend. He has a job to do of helping to reduce our ego and to help us to grow in humility. And one of my earlier teachers said one night, without humility, all spiritual progress stops. So Saturn is being a great friend to help us to keep focused on humility. None of us really like to be around an arrogant or narcissistic person. So this quality of humility is something we can sincerely ask Saturn to help us grow in during this, especially during this time that he's visiting Aquarius, to help us to be remembering to be of service to others during the day in different ways. Okay, not seeing any questions today in the chat. And that's okay. You don't have to have questions every day. But I am appreciative very much of joining together in a prayer group like this in the morning, my time anyhow, and doing this little puja to the planets. Mohini says that this is having impact even beyond the Earth plane, that our prayers are going out to the wider galaxy, which is a beautiful thought to have as well. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and close out today as I'm not seeing questions, and I am wanting to always be respectful toward your time. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. Namaste.